think research is discovering new things.
Research is the study of materials in order to find new facts.
Research is basically the analytical process of figuring out future things or being able to, well, I'm a bio major, so when we do research, we basically figure out a problem or solve a problem.
This is research.
Well, I thought it'd be a great idea to create value for the university through the marketing course. In addition to teach the students how to do research, how to teach them how to collaborate with other students in other departments, in addition to reaching out to faculty and administration and showing how we can use our curriculum, our instructional design and curriculum development to really reach out throughout the university and create value. So one of the first things that I thought about is that we have a brand new 3D printer and nobody knows about it. So I reached out to Dr. Cole and I said, how about my students create a marketing plan to help you promote the course? And they'll do research, they'll coordinate with your students, and so your students will get involved, and they'll also learn about the Arts Factory. And so their task was to interview their client, which was Dr. Cole, to interview the graphic designer because they're going to help them produce the marketing plan. They had to do research not only on how to market a course, but actually what is a 3D printer, why is it in existence, and how can it benefit students?
This is research.
Research from the perspective of business, primarily in marketing and advertising, comes down to two things, really: research and insights. That's basically the block building for developing sound marketing plans and strategy. For business and marketing, this is research.
This is research. This is research.
What we like to do with our freshmen, we have them sit in on an Introduction to Social Work course. But within that course, we make sure they understand what social work is about. And a way of doing that is they're required to go out and interview someone who is currently working in the social work system so that they can tell them what those issues are as it is in real time. Not something that you're only reading in a book or a text, but what is actually occurring and what is the best way to help individuals in various situations. Research is the thing that helps to guide us to be able to provide assistance to our clientele.
Here we go.
Welcome to Golden Bull Country and the Department of Health and Human Performance. Students should expect to be exposed to a plethora of concepts in health, if you're a community health major, and of course those concepts are relevant to the sport industry if you're a sport management major. Of course, we offer minor programs in sports medicine, exercise and sports science, fitness and wellness management, school health, community health, physical education, everything you can think of with regards to the industry. We are all geared to preparing our students to excel in any of their endeavors, both personal and professional.
Well, we take about 30 minutes to warm up, just to ensure that we don't get hurt, prior to going to practice. And then after that, we take some time to stretch just to, ensure more that we don't get hurt. And then sometimes we'll have someone record us up there in the stadium just to see our strengths and weaknesses.
In my case, my senior paper was on exercise motivation among faculty members and students. And the research I did was mostly in the weight room, trying to figure out what motivated people to work out more so than anything else, and find other stuff to help them motivate. And when I graduated from here and ended up getting hired here in the weight room, I used that same research and using it in the weight room. Every week every day I put up a different workout, work with different body types, and also keep the workout more interesting so they'll come in and do the same thing over and over again. And on Fridays we have like a superhero workout where I have all these superheroes on the board, and it's like workouts pinned on the thing, and they just go pick one and do their workout back and forth.
Groups that are underrepresented in medical research should be provided appropriate access to participation.
This is research.
In this department, we're working with 3 different degree programs that actually cover 7 different genres of the arts and visual performing arts. We have the communication arts major, we also hold the music major, and then in the visual and performing arts major, which is interdisciplinary, we also offer concentrations in dance, theater, graphic art, studio art, and film.
Nope.
It really...
No, it's not.
Okay, good. Cut. This is research. Using performance as a way to educate, you're going in the back door and you're doing something that is unique, something that gets people involved because you're dealing with real human people, real emotions, and so they don't know that while they're being entertained, they're learning something.
And I don't have to live with hurt.
I kill.
Oh, I kill.
You kill. Kill.
You kill? That's seriously your argument right now?
So whether it's HIV/AIDS education, whether it's domestic violence, all of those are great ways to educate people and, in a sense, take the work we're doing out into the community and teach people and teach students how to do the same kind of thing. It's research. This is research.
Deliver Daniel, yes, deliver Daniel, yes, deliver Daniel. He delivered, didn't he? Deliver Daniel, yes, deliver. Why not every man?
Many times in the studio environment, we do allow students to develop their own innovative abilities within a curriculum, within a structure. This helps to foster some of their confidence as well as their ability to produce creatively inside a structured idea. For myself, I do allow students a certain amount of leverage because if you don't allow them an extension of themselves that can be provided into a structure, then you tend to limit what they can actually do.
They are doing, this piece is called Relish, and it's just a dance that is in the process right now that we're presenting for the American College Dance Association. So it's very much in process, and it's not quite finished just yet, and this is just an excerpt.
In dance, research can be as simple as exploration, movement exploration in the dance studio, learning how many different ways you can solve a problem physically, like how do you move 7 or 9 or 15 people through a space, and how do you use different levels. It's a lot of spatial awareness. How do you convey a theme or a concept or a storyline through the arts, through movement, without using speech or without sort of cheating and dumbing it down for an audience. It's a way of communicating really big global concepts in a non-verbal manner. It's also, typical writing and research, exploring the history of dance. People forget that, most people who aren't artists have also worked in dance in terms of they participated in high school prom. They watch, pro football and they see people do end zone dances. They dance at a wedding. Dance is something that we use to celebrate or mark huge events in a culture.
This is research.
If we're defining research as gaining new knowledge, either new in the field or new for the people learning it, then anytime we deal with music or sound, we're really doing research.
So you always want to go the route of placing. Okay. It's almost indescribable. I see them grasp it. It's, I don't know, it just clicks. They got it, they run with it. They take it out, show it to everyone, play around with it. It becomes almost a physical kind of knowing for them, as well as something that they are toying with mentally. And then they begin to implement. They look for different ways to include this piece that they've gotten.
This is research.
Demetrius and but may not be as timely. Good, you don't ever want it.
She has lots of research that we're involved in psychology. In my lab, we're doing educational, developmental, and STEM learning research. We've been doing this for several years, and it's a mission of our department that's built into our curriculum and the courses we teach. We're going to see if there's a relationship to both math anxiety and student performance. Now, we found that there is a relationship, and we will look at maybe increasing our sample size the next time in the activities that we have and promote within the department. So it's part of our mission. It's part of what we promote for all students, and our goal is to enhance the ability of our students to apply and gain admission into graduate and professional schools, and continue the pipeline of African American and minority students in the field of psychology.
This is research.
I try my best to get away from the devilish ways that I have, but it's something I can't grab, but I continue to try to lock on like the claws of a crab.
I cheated myself for justice to kill this human pain.
Se necesita marinero, baba, mama. Iowa.
We house the programs for English and the foreign languages. And those fit together surprisingly well, because in both cases we're concerned with the word, both in the written form and to a lesser degree in the verbal form, and we study that.
We're all the same deep down inside, the woman screamed, but the man with the gun had no reply.
For an executioner and his victim will be forever tied as two identicals joined at the hip. For people know of this wrongdoing, but remain quiet as if silence was sewn to their lips.
My eyes can tell you truth, my eyes can tell you lies. Tell me, why does the truth lies within the lies? I guess why they call it lies.
Crippling chronicles of my anguish. In drought, isolated, heat, my heart beat. Boom, boom, boom.
As our life changes along with the years, our eyes can see light, bringing joyous tears. Freedom.
All right.
Esta es la investigación. This is research.
Te amamos con todo corazón. A ti siempre seremos fiel. Y en la luz de verdad y bien, guardar el dorado y el azul.
The research or la investigación is taking a bunch of concepts or a concept, some facts, ideas, and changing them into something that's much larger, something that's much more global, always integrating your personal interest with some sort of student inquiry.
Queridos, donde estamos, bendiganos tu rayo constante.
The Latinos are going to be the largest minority, and Spanish is going to be well spoken throughout the United States. and also throughout the world. So it'll be a great way for them to kind of be at the forefront of this change.
Smith students, they are really in the front line are learning this language, and hopefully they will have developed that as their career, even going into China to work or as an interpreter working here in the United States. It's a bright future for them, and it's a really, really good skill on their resume.
I think undergraduate research is critical for us, for teachers and for learners, because it allows us to approach the teaching and learning process from a slightly different perspective. I mean, for generations, maybe even for centuries, teaching and learning has been about faculty giving information and students absorbing information. And of course, in more recent periods, and I mean 50 or 60 years worth of history, we've been revamped our models of teaching and learning. Now we have student engagement, and we have all kinds of catchwords and efforts that are designed to make the process of teaching and learning more collaborative. So in the College of Arts and Letters, this is research.
What we try to do in the classroom is to mix up our learning strategies, to try and use active learning strategies as well as just deliver instruction. Students have to take a lot more responsibility for their participation in these classes. You can't be passive. You have to be prepared. You have to be ready to think. You have to be ready to work in groups. You have to be able to try something and evaluate it and see maybe it's not working out. I'm going to try something else.
This is research. These instrumentations, the Shared Instrumentation Resource Lab was a huge improvement, a quantum leap in our abilities, our infrastructure here. These are all routine instruments for chemical research, and they get at the heart of what the chemical structures are, separating complex mixtures, identifying unknown materials.
2x squared plus x plus 7 plus the remainder of 15 over x minus 3.
What I have found in my experience in teaching for the past 15 years is that students often need to see the connectivity to what they learn in the classroom to their everyday life. So in my classroom, what I try to do is not only instill what we need to know from a mathematical standpoint, skill-based knowledge, but also how they can translate that knowledge to solve societal challenges.
Adult Degree Program is an evening program. We offer classes for 8 weeks. We are on a term schedule, and our courses run from 5:30 to 8 or from 8:10 until 10:40. Usually students take 2 classes per term, and classes would be on Monday, Wednesdays, or Tuesdays and Thursdays. The methods that the courses are offered are on ground, online, or in the hybrid format.
The research that we're doing here at Metropolitan College with our veteran students will potentially allow us to know how to service them better, not only in Metropolitan College, but across the campus. The veterans are participating in a Q-sort where they are sorting statements regarding why they chose to come to Johnson C. Smith so that we can have a subjective view of what influences their decision-making process. In Metropolitan College, this is research.
In student leadership and engagement, we make research fun. Students don't know they're doing research. However, they're doing that when they're planning activities and events for their peers on campus. How do we help our peers define purpose? What are some programs we offer that week?
The lock-in.
The lock-in, Rose?
Donating money.
Donating money, Miracle?
Community service.
Community service. And so how do we help them define purpose during those programs? We're helping them to augment what they're learning in the classroom beyond the classroom. During our leadership training workshops, we're teaching them about different theories, student development theories, and they're taking that information to plan these events and programs for, again, their peers at the institution.
This is research.
This is research. My name is Monica Rue, and I am the director of the James B. Duke Memorial Library. But I first started in library as a professional storyteller, a griot. And so when I tell stories, sometimes the stories are fun and make you laugh. And then sometimes the stories I tell invite you to be a part of it. Such as when I tell the story of the lion and the mouse, when you get to roar like a lion. And then sometimes the stories I tell take you way, way back with historical references, such as when I tell the story of the Watusi people, who actually grew to be 7 feet tall. Or when I tell the story about Wangara, who empowered women in Kenya to plant trees to help their family. So you might be wondering, how does this relate to research? Well, first, I have to research the background information for every story that I tell. And then I formulate a fictional story to bring to my audience. So that's why this is research. And once again, I am Monica Rue, the director of the James B. Duke Memorial Library at Johnson C. Smith University.